What's happening, everyone? Daniel here, founder of the DGB Photography School based in Melbourne, Sydney, Perth, Brisbane, Auckland and New York. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the Lightroom courses. So before I start talking about the Lightroom workshops, I feel like for you, as someone who's trying to learn photography, it's important that the person you're trying to learn from is actually an expert in their field and that you actually like their work. Why would you want to learn how to cook from somebody whose food you don't actually enjoy? I've been a full-time professional photographer since 2011. I've had a photograph featured on the cover of National Geographic Traveler magazine. I've had work featured on the National Geographic website, and I've photographed weddings and fashion work around the world. So if you'd like to check out my portfolio, just visit the link below, www.danielbillsborough.com. And if you like my work, then you're going to love when I'm teaching at the Lightroom courses. One of the most misunderstood things with photography for beginners today is that digital photographs don't need to be developed. On your digital camera right now, you have two ways of taking photographs. You can shoot in JPEG mode, which is the default mode for all cameras when you buy them. And then you have the option of switching over to RAW mode, and it produces RAW files, and RAW files are considered the digital negative. Now, if you think back to the film days, how did we operate with our 35mm film back then? Newbie photographers and professionals had two different ways of developing their 35mm film. Newbie photographers would usually use the cheaper, quicker option, which was to go to a standard generic lab like Kmart, have your photographs developed and sent back to you. And the process that would be used at Kmart would be the same process that's used for every single piece of film that's sent their way from any photographer. So professional photographers did one of two things. They would develop their own film in their own darkroom with their own chemicals, or they would send their film off to a professional lab who would develop their film for them with their own particular individual style in mind. So the equivalent of this today with digital photography is that shooting in JPEG mode is what the newbie photographers would do when they were taking their photographs to Kmart, and shooting in RAW and developing your own photographs in Lightroom is what professional photographers would do with their own lab. So today with digital photography, nothing has changed. We still need to develop our digital negatives. The only difference being that we can now use all of the tools that would have required a darkroom, chemicals, and a lot of time. We can now do this on our laptops using Lightroom anytime, anywhere we want. At some point in your photography journey, you're going to have to start shooting in RAW, and you're going to have to start developing your own photographs in order to get to the next level. There's no way of avoiding it. If you're shooting in JPEG mode and all of the photographs that you're sharing with the world are out of camera JPEGs, then you're simply not utilizing the full potential of your camera or your photography skills. And this is where Lightroom comes in. So there's two things that I love about Lightroom, and there's two major problems that Lightroom solves when you're learning photography for the first time. The first thing is this: how do we organize all of our photographs in an efficient and effective way? The Lightroom library module has an amazing system for managing all of your RAW files, managing all your photographs. During the workshop, we're going to spend the first few hours talking about how do we declutter and organize our photographs in a manageable way. And the second part of this Lightroom course is to teach you how to develop your photographs with authenticity. Have you noticed today how many photographs are shared around the world that look overprocessed, inauthentic, and somewhat fake? That's what we're trying to avoid here. I'm trying to re-inject some of that authenticity back into your photography. Just to quickly interrupt myself, I forgot to mention this when I was making this video earlier, but I wanted to talk to you about where I see the true value of this photography course, the Lightroom course, and all of the photography courses that we run in person in 6 cities around the world. I feel like today you can learn anything you want online on YouTube. If you want to learn how to cook or play an instrument, you can just Google it and you'll find an unlimited number of tutorials of great videos to learn anything that you want to do. So 80% of what I'm teaching you in this Lightroom course and everything that we teach in person on the streets with regards to how to use your digital camera, you can learn this stuff if you have the time by just jumping onto YouTube and typing in a quick search. And this is a great way to learn. However, I feel like there are two problems with learning things online from random sources. The first thing is that you need to spend the time to sort through the BS. I don't know if you've ever tried to learn something online, anything, but because anyone can upload anything, you don't always know that the person who's teaching you is actually an expert in their field. So you need to do your proper background checks if you want to learn something properly. And the second thing is that when you have someone in real life sitting next to you and they can help you with, as soon as you're not understanding properly, that instant feedback, that instant correction and education about exactly what it is that you're having a problem with, that's where we can learn super quickly. And that's where I feel like the real value of education comes from today. It's having an expert sitting by your side who's able to address your individual personal problems or stumbling blocks so that you can get that instant feedback you need to move on and learn quickly. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you'd like to know more about the Lightroom course, just visit the link below. If you're already on the website, just scroll down and you'll see a series of before and after photographs. And this is where I'm going to be giving you my own personal raw files from my own portfolio, and I'm going to show you step by step how I got from the out of camera raw file to the final product so that you can learn exactly how to use the Lightroom development tools with authenticity. And below that, I've even put a few emails from my past students talking about their experience with the workshop as well. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you at a Lightroom course very soon.